So after moving to distance learning, I've kind of had a lot of negative experiences. I feel like group work is very difficult to coordinate. It's a lot easier to collaborate when you're kind of in the same room together. I feel like motivation is low for a lot of people living at home. It's hard to sleep and work and eat all in the same place.
Yeah, so I mean, it's been okay. The first couple weeks were rough, sort of teachers hadn't really assigned stuff yet, and then when they did, they assigned a whole lot at once and you had to retroactively do work. I know one of my classes um, shifted a lot of the weight of the grade into the final project and didn't really give us the rubric for the report until 3 days before it was due, and it was a 20-page report. So things like that have happened, which has been very frustrating. I felt like I was idle for a good period of time, and then they just all of it hit at once. So that's been frustrating on that end.
I feel like not being on campus has a negative effect on learning because a lot of the resources that are normally available aren't available anymore, or they're available in a different way, but it makes it harder to access and more uh, more complicated. I feel like there's more steps in order for me to get to the point where I feel like it's worth asking for help. When on campus, I basically just walk into a room and ask for help, and it's there.
Um, like I said earlier, I'm an extrovert, so moving to social, like distancing learning, has been really tough for me because I like love the social interaction, going to class and like sitting with my friends or even people I barely know and talking to random people every day. And I definitely that's like one of my biggest challenges is like kind of the lack of interaction I have now.
I've not found the online learning to be. It's extremely hard to like motivate myself, I guess, and I've been not really attending the lectures like at the times that they're being given. Um,
Is
it
is
makes it
that
a
because
lot.
they're are they recording the lectures for you? And
Yeah, they
then you say
record them
you
and
can look at it.
yeah, they
Okay.
record them and post them, but that almost like encourages you like, oh, like why would I wake up and watch it rather than just watch it on YouTube later? But then it's like, oh, I'm like a week behind. I haven't watched any of the videos. And that's kind of the boat I'm in right now, is like I haven't watched a lot of the videos that I should have watched and haven't really gotten up for the classes. So it's just I'm finding it very hard to be motivated to like, because like if I'm going to class and I know like there's not gonna be some video, like I always go to class. But then when there's videos,
Okay.
it's like, yeah, it's hard to motivate myself.
I noticed that in a lot of these classes, or that I'm taking, exams averages are just dropping. Before there would be 70s or 80s, and now they're like 60s, which is just horrible. And I hope professors are, implementing curbs to help out students if students are going through the same thing I'm going through, which I'm pretty sure they are. I again thought this transition would make things easier, but it's actually making things harder.
On the other hand, one of my other professors had a test and he said, "Oh, you have this window to submit it." And he wasn't accommodating for different time zones. So I was lucky. I'm in the same time zone as Atlanta, but some people that live in I don't know, California or in Europe or Asia, they had to get up at a weird time to take this test. And I feel like that's an unfair reflection of everybody's knowledge because I'm taking it at a more normal time and other people have to get up at like 2 a.m. to take a test. And on top of that, I feel like the added stress of my professor saying, "Oh, if you submit it after this 100-minute time frame, you get a 0 on the test." So having to juggle all these technicalities with submitting our work, not even doing the work in the first place, I feel like that has a negative effect on how I feel like I'm doing. Uh, because at least when you take a test, you can count on the test existing, but when you take it online, you never know when the system is going to fail and when the website is going to crash. I know I was taking a CS test and it kept giving me warnings about not having internet connection, and that was very stressful. An additional thing I wouldn't have had to worry about if I was taking the test in on campus in person.
That's by far the biggest challenges I faced. Additionally, it's hard to just not be so close to your peers and professors before. If you had questions about material or assignments previously, you could just go after class or ask someone in your class. And so to no longer have that right immediate in-person relationship with your peers and professors definitely harms my learning as well, I feel like.